To look around at all our friends out here, my name is Tianna Arata. I was born in San Luis Obispo. I graduated from San Luis High. I'm a mother, I'm an advocate, I'm a volunteer in our local community, and I'm a teacher. I'm also Tianna's mom. The sort of trauma, fear, terror that has been inflicted on our family since before the arrest, and the magnitude and the exponential trauma that has happened since her arrest is not something that I can speak on without breaking down. When I look at you guys, I see strength. When I see my friends, young people that I consider an extension of my family, I feel strength, but I still feel fear. And I love San Luis Obispo. But in that love also comes accountability. And for me, people say, well, why can't we do things with love? We are doing things with love. Love includes difficult conversations. Love includes talking to people, your family, about racism, about oppression, about systems that have failed. This is about love. This is not political. This is a human rights issue. And how dare they take it to a political level? This is a human rights issue. Racism is a human rights issue. My daughter's life is at stake here. Her future is at stake. She is my world. Do not let them take her from me. We need her and we need all of you. Thank you.
I'm one of the original members of Black Lives Matter and co-founder of Black Lives Matter Los Angeles. I heard that some of the folks in SLO were saying that there are buses of people coming up to stand with Tianna, and they right. We got up at 3 o'clock in the morning, got on the bus, and we're here to stand with our sister, Tianna Arata. I come as an organizer, as a professor, and also as a mother of 3 children who aren't much younger than Tianna. They're not much younger than Tianna. What they got wrong when they said we're getting on buses to come into SLO is when they started saying that we are paid organizers. We are not paid organizers. We are students, we are teachers, we are parents, we are community members. All of y'all who got on the bus, make some noise. Our folks are skipping classes or trying to do them on their phones on the bus, right? Our folks are missing work. Our folks left their children. I left my children sleeping in their beds at 3 o'clock in the morning because Tianna's freedom is about all of our freedom. So we are grateful to have traveled and arrived safely. I'm grateful to have traveled and arrived safely with these beautiful, powerful people, including Sister Trisha Michael, who is the twin sister of Keisha Michael, who was murdered by Inglewood police 4 years ago. Say her name, Keisha Michael. Say her name. Keisha Michael. Say her name. Keisha Michael. Say her name. Keisha Michael. Ashe. I want to be very clear that this struggle that we are engaged in, this struggle that Tianna is forging here in San Luis Obispo is not a theoretical struggle. This is a struggle about real lives, about real people. When Inglewood police killed Keisha Michael and Marquentin Sandlin sleeping in their cars, they stole the parents of 7 children. This is not theoretical. When we talk about standing in the name of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and Anthony McLean and so many others, the thousands of Black folks who are killed by police every year. It's not about theory. It's about freedom. It's about life. It's about preserving the sanctity of Black life. It's what we mean when we say Black Lives Matter. So I want to be clear, as we walked through this beautiful town and walked past that mission, we were reminded that this is a country that is built on the stolen land of indigenous people and the stolen lives, labor, and freedom of Black people. And when I say that, I absolutely mean our ancestors who were stolen from the shores of Africa and had to thrust off the chains of chattel slavery. I'm absolutely summoning in names like David Walker and Henry Highland Garnett and Harriet Tubman and Biddy Mason, who helped to establish California, right? I'm absolutely calling on those names, and I'm also summoning the names of those like George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and Anthony McLean and Keisha Michael and Waukesha Wilson, and all of these names that line these steps. When our ancestors struggled for freedom, we have to remember that this is a state that is built upon the stolen land of indigenous people and the stolen lives of Black people. And when we rise up and demand freedom as Tianna has done, the full power of the state will descend upon you. We have to be reminded that Martin Luther King went to jail 40 times. That as we think about this political season, Fannie Lou Hamer was beaten in a jail for demanding Black inclusion in the Democratic Convention. We have to think about even what those of us among us, I think about my own life and my own cases. I've been arrested 6 times. Only last year I was facing charges that could have brought me 3.5 years in prison. But I'm here and I'm free. You know why? You know why? You know what beats the power of the state? The power of the people. The power of the people. The power of the people wins every time. So we won't allow the state to steal the life and the freedom of Tianna, because we're going to stand with her. We're going to stand with her. We continue to say free Tianna. We continue to say free Tianna because in freeing Tianna we free ourselves. In freeing Tianna we usher in freedom in the names of all of those who walked before us. In freeing Tianna we make Black Lives Matter. And we will win. We will win. Free! 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 Black lives, we matter here. Black lives, we matter here. Black lives, we matter here. Ashe.
I want to be clear here that the system is corrupt. And our goal is to abolish this system of slave catching that is policing. Policing is the legacy of slave catching. If you didn't know, now you know. We're here to abolish the legacy of slave catching. But while it's still here, we demand you take your oppressive hands off our sister. Right now, white supremacy over there and all over is holding on by tooth and nail. We see you trying to protect and hoard and hold on to the resources that you looted and stole from our people and indigenous people. You see us demanding justice, you see us continue to win, and you are doing everything you can to prevent us from achieving our goal of true liberation. So we have to protect each other now more than ever, and we will. We stand in radical, loving community and sacrifice time, resources, and energy. We take extreme measures to stand with, encourage, heal, and protect one another. And that's why I'm here in SLO right now, on indigenous Chumash and Salonen land today, to use my privilege and our platform to keep winning, to keep protecting, to keep healing. Dan Dow, you've let this go on for too long. Reject these charges. SLO police, police chief, and those in this town that support these charges, you should be ashamed of yourself. You are on the wrong side of history. You are on the side of the slave catcher. You are on the side that will lose. Tianna, these excessive charges are nothing new. This is an old tactic that they've used on many liberators before you, including Dr. Melina Abdullah. Some here with us today. The oppressor criminalizes, get this, because it's a little wordy. The oppressor criminalizes the liberator so that the oppressor can look like the liberator when they lock us up. A wolf in sheep's clothing. You stand in the vein of many liberators, and these ancestors are here with you today, and they are walking with you every day, and they are proud of you. Sometimes it's not enough to say we're with you. Sometimes we gotta pull up and show others we mean business. And that's why we're here today. Thank you, Tianna. Thank you for your love for us, for taking a strong stance against the legacy of slave catching and oppression. Thank you for your sacrifice for us. We will continue to fight with you. We will continue to win. As we say, when we fight, when we fight, when we fight, when we fight, Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here. Say defund the police. Say defund the police. Say defund the police. Say defund the police. I say thank you, Tianna.
All right, before I start my speech, I want to say something to you that I say to my kids all the time. If you're making change, you're going to have opposition. I want to thank those protesters over there on the corner for showing that we're making change. My name is Jen Ford. I am a co-founder of Women's March San Luis Obispo. And I'm a mother of 2 young women who have been raised in San Luis Obispo County. My daughter, Alexa, who's here, is an activist. She has led protesters on her school campus and in her community. As a mother, I have my fears about her safety and her well-being, both in her activism work and in her daily life. Yet I know that unlike Tianna and her mother, there is a long list of worries we never have to think about. We live in the same community, yet we live completely in different worlds. Women's March SLO's mission is to protect women's rights, human rights, our safety, our health, and our planet as we move toward a positive and just future. There is no just future if Black lives don't matter. Our neighbors of color have been fighting the injustice of structural racism while being told over and over again that racism doesn't exist here, by those who claim to support them and by those who claim to protect them. Judging from the sidelines is only an option if your life and your future are not at stake. As a mother of 2 teenagers, I have seen young people rise up in the name of justice. I have seen them fight for a future that would be truly equitable and inclusive, imagining the world where diversity is celebrated because it makes our communities stronger. For a large part of their lives, they have been witnessing the crumbling of our democracy, the deterioration of our environment, and the abandonment of our values. Yet their moral compass points towards a just future. Tianna deserves a future for which she fights, and I would like to help her and all of our children get there. She deserves to be free. She deserves to shine her light in our community right now. We have the chance to do the right thing. Women's March San Luis Obispo organizers stand with Tianna and youth leaders who carry the weight. We call on District Attorney Dan Dow to not pursue the recommended charges, and we state loud and clear that Black Lives Matter, period. Thank you.
My name is Courtney Hale, and I moved to this town in high school. Service to this community is in my blood, as my father, Alan, and my mother, Barbara, both did a lot of heavy lifting to make this town better. I unexpectedly moved back in 2013 and was dissatisfied with the almost childlike refusal of San Luis Obispo to acknowledge that race matters in this community. This refusal was accompanied by, and in some ways even anchored in, the myopic, faulty math that posits that a lack of Black people somehow equals a lack of anti-Blackness. In 2016, I co-founded Race Matters. We've provided anti-racism education, worked to amplify Black voices through a wide range of cultural and arts projects, and unapologetically carved out Black social spaces. Yet still, a code of silence around race persisted in many spaces, and an overall air of contentment remained. We needed to be pushed through discomfort by bold voices like Tianna's. Like Tianna's and like the other youth organizers who have forced us to hold the magnifying glass to this once named happiest city in America. The process of reckoning and growth that SLO is experiencing right now, with all its pains and all of its awkwardness, carries possibilities for transformation. Can we create a radically inclusive community of belonging? I believe that we can. But doing so requires that we tap into precisely the qualities that our youth leaders embody so powerfully: creativity, imagination, boldness, openness, courage. Rather than silencing them, we should embrace the willingness of the youth to speak hard truths, to raise challenging questions, and to insist on the possibility of a better future for this community. We should uplift young leaders like Tianna and appreciate the value and the vision she offers to all of us as we seek to learn and grow to transform ourselves. I urge District Attorney Dan Dow to forge a path towards healing and towards growth by not pursuing the recommended charges against Tianna Arata. Free Tianna!
I have run and operated businesses here in San Luis Obispo for over 20 years. I support both the business community and Black Lives Matter demonstrations. They are not mutually exclusive. We are working as a community to build an anti-racist environment. Disruption is the purpose of protesting. It's a fundamental tenet of our democracy. Black people who are peacefully protesting should not be targeted by police just because they're black. By targeting and arresting the high-profile black women without arresting any of the hundreds of white people who also participated in the false imprisonment, the SLO PD has proven its role in local systemic racism. Because of this action, I am even more fearful of racial targeting. I've been pulled over 20+ times in my life. I know what targeting is. I've fit the description way too many times. Tianna should be revered for standing up for racial justice. Her courage, her leadership, her enthusiasm will improve Black lives in the future. Tianna is fighting for our freedom. She is fighting for all of us, all Americans. Tianna is an American patriot. As another American hero, Fannie Lou Hamer once said, "Nobody is free until everybody is free."
I'm a Navy veteran. I wore the cloth of our nation to support and defend the Constitution of the United States, and that Constitution has enshrined in it freedom of speech, especially speech that we don't agree with. So I honor the speech here, and I honor the speech across the street. I love all of you. I'm also the founder of Mind Body. My co-founders and I started a scrappy little company in my garage 20 years ago, and today it's the largest private employer on the Central Coast. I care deeply about economic opportunity and jobs, and we've got a challenge here on the Central Coast. And that challenge is entirely wrapped up in this topic. The lack of diversity in this community, in addition to being a moral and ethical issue, is also an economic issue for us. I'm a founding member of REACH, the regional coalition of local leaders that are striving for economic opportunity. And I'm a father and a husband. Jill and I have raised 4 kids here in San Luis Obispo. We're committed to this community, and we plan to spend the rest of our lives here. We count among our circle of friends people, frankly, on both sides of the street. We have friends we have a deputy sheriff who's a friend. She was one of the first responders in Napomo when that mentally ill man got out of a car and started shooting people. Those first responders, those CHP and deputy sheriffs saved people's lives last Friday in our community, and we owe them a debt of gratitude. Thank you, you're heroes. So what do we have in common here today? I think we all of us love this community, and we're all worried and afraid for our future. And the events of 2020 have shaken us to our core. Who of us could have imagined on New Year's Eve what was in store for us in this magical new roaring 20s? A pandemic wreaking havoc on our lives, a pandemic tearing apart our economy. And then these horrible killings of Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, bringing to surface deep systemic problems in our country. Problems that are really uncomfortable to face, but are realities that have been here for decades and decades. I had, as a middle-aged white dude, I had to come to the realization that the promise of equality of the civil rights movement of my childhood, of Martin Luther King and John Lewis and so many other heroes, isn't done yet. They did amazing things. We've made some progress, but it's not done yet. And what I see happening today, what I see in this beautiful audience, and what I see with Tianna, as I see young people who are idealistic, who care about our future, and you know what, older folks like me, the future is theirs. This will be their country, this will be their society and their community. And I think what they stand up for is powerful, it's important, and it's precious that we have young people who are idealistic and care. That's why I'm here right now. The first time I saw a Black Lives Matter sign was when my daughters, Madison and Elena, 16 and 20 years old, went online on Amazon and ordered one, okay? The thing shows up on our front door, they plant it in the front yard, and I was like, okay. Black Lives Matter? Yeah. I mean, don't all lives matter? You know? And then I didn't really get it at first. I'm going to admit that to you. When the Black Lives Matter protest started in our community, I was frankly first surprised at the level of intensity. I mean, really? Like, we have that much to be upset about here? I didn't get it because I'm not black and I'm not young. But then I remembered the first rule of parenting, and that is that when your child feels what they feel is their reality. When they skin their knees and they come home and they're sobbing because they hurt or somebody bullied them at school, a parent doesn't tell their child, no, you don't hurt. That's not real. No, we first acknowledge their pain, we tend to their wounds, and we help them heal. And as parents, we listen, we show compassion, we practice empathy, and then we help them address the problem. And so I feel that that's what needs to happen today with all of the young people here. And can we just take a moment? Can we just take a moment? If you live here on the Central Coast, regardless of how you stand on the issue, would you please just raise your hand as a member of this community? So, these are our neighbors. These are our children. Above all, we just need to listen to them. And look, we don't have to agree on everything. Yeah, by the way, how many people have reached out to me since I heard I was going to be here and say, have you seen those video clips? Yeah, I can't say I agree with all of it. I can't say that I think that that was all the best way to go about it, but we're all human beings, you know? And I put my life on the line for this country to give people the right to speak their mind, even when I disagree with them. And the principle at work here is all the right principles. It's the principles of freedom of speech, of equality and diversity. So while I know there are many different points of view represented here today, I believe we can all agree that we have a real problem in our country. I mean, just yesterday, a black man was shot 8 times in the back by police officers while he was attempting to get into the car with his children. We don't know the facts yet. We don't know what happened. But my God, what is going on in this country? Yes, of course all lives matter. But the focus right now is there is a specific group of people in our country who have had their lives put at risk. And this isn't opinion, this is fact. The numbers support it, it's data. So, Black lives matter, absolutely. Just like all of our lives matter. We're living in troubled times. How do we find our way out of this? How do we make our community, our nation, and our world a better place for our children? I don't know exactly, but I think it has something to do with consciously choosing love over fear. It comes from just practicing the hard work of empathy. It's about putting down these damn devices for a few minutes and actually listening to each other and having real conversations. And it comes from assuming good intent. Let's assume that the other person is actually trying to do something good, as most people in the world are trying to do something good. Let's acknowledge their humanity, and let's especially practice these things when there's issues that we disagree about. I had the honor a couple years ago of meeting Michelle Obama, and she said, "It is hard to hate up close." And I think in these troubled times, We all need to get a bit closer to each other. That is Jill's and my hope and prayer for San Luis Obispo and for our nation. Thank you.